The beloved Attitude Era World Title design returning, The Rock's post-WrestleMania 40 plans, bad week continues for AEW, and more. I'm Oli Davis, buy my t-shirt, and this is the WrestleTalk News.
Support WrestleTalk!
Rock, the Dwayne Johnson, isn't just a heel on screen, he's a heel in real life, because he was almost 2 hours late for his Q&A appearance at the WWE World event ahead of WrestleMania 40, where adult tickets cost $60. The Rock explained his tardiness, once he finally showed up, on watching YouTube. We've all been there. Specifically, watching Jalen Hurts lose in the playoffs again, which I'm told is something to do with Philadelphia sports. 180. The crowd's boos only strengthened the dastardly final boss though, so it was up to a little girl in the audience to cut him down to size. Rock could not keep a straight face afterwards. Cody does not win the championship this Sunday. It is now up to Little Girl to finish the story. Because apparently, much like dogs or Warhammer 40k sets you still haven't assembled at Christmas, a Rock isn't just for WrestleMania. In an ESPN article covering The Rock's in-ring return for tomorrow night, Johnson revealed he will be a permanent influence on the WWE product. I'm not off the board after WrestleMania. I'm still on the board, and I will always be a part of this. And we are in it now. This is our thing, and will forever be our thing. Brian Gewirtz, The Rock's personal creative producer in WWE, explained in that same article that doesn't mean Johnson will be a fixture on Raw from now on, but I can definitely say that this isn't over a day after WrestleMania, and I'm going to go off into the sunset now. Gewirtz attributed this to Rock enjoying his heel character far more than the limits of being a babyface. There will be a period where there is no Rock in the immediate Mania follow-up though. PW Insider have reported he's scheduled to film the MMA fighter Mark Kerr biopic, The Smashing Machine, from the 1st of May through to the 1st of August, which I've just found out is going to be directed by Benny Safdie. That is going to be a great frickin' movie. That could legit be Rock's best ever acting performance. And when he comes back, maybe to face Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, because remember, it isn't actually Rock versus Cody on night 2 this weekend, it's Cody versus Reigns. The Rock could be fighting for his old belt. Also speaking at the WWE World event, Cody said if he wins Roman's title at WrestleMania, maybe we change how that title looks. Cody versus the current WWF Championship design is another story that needs finishing, as he had previously said in May 2022 about wanting to bring back the Winged Eagle World title, considered by many to be the best belt in wrestling history. Like Sullivan in Tables, Lists and Chairs.
It just reminds me of being a little lad.
Full disclosure, that was about the Big Eagle belt, which is technically different to the Winged Eagle, but very similar. Watch that full 10 best belt designs using a link in the video description below. Anyway, Cody said almost 2 years ago, I'd say hypothetically, it really would be something to achieve the ultimate industry dream, being the best of the best ever in terms of that moment in time, and then perhaps giving it a fresh coat of paint with the Winged Eagle. Ahead of his WrestleMania 39 loss, he also shared a picture of the Winged Eagle on his Instagram story, which got us all excited for when we thought he was going to finish the story in that year. And Cody does have a track record of rescuing better belt designs from the past, where he brought back the white strap Intercontinental title from the 90s in his 2011 run. And given WWE's big Attitude Era vibes this year already, bringing back its most iconic championship would fit with Nick Khan and Cody Rhodes' description of the post-Vince company as the Renaissance era. Would you like to see the Winged Eagle return? Tell me, but Roman's winning lol in the comments down below, where I'll be replying from outer. Yeah, I agree. I think Cody's going to lose again. But never mind the Winged Eagle, who will win PFK's 40 years of WrestleMania, the tournament, today.
The day has finally come for the wrestling video game tournament of colossal proportions. WWE 2K24 presents a live tournament spectacular. It's 40 years of WrestleMania, the tournament, and now we can officially announce the final competitor in this round-robin competition as Jam Mat champion Dan Layton rounds out the field. Who will walk away as the greatest wrestling video game player in the Parts of Unknown universe? Find out today at 3 p.m. British time, only on PFK, as 40 years of WrestleMania the Tournament, presented by WWE 2K24, goes down live.
I will also be facing Luke Owen in a grudge match on that stream to finally decide what is the best wrestling promo of all time. The Pipe Bomb or Steiner Math? Buy your Pipe Bomb Greater Than Math shirt using the link below to show your support for me. Not the Math Greater Than Pipe Bomb one. That one's for losers. In lesser news, WrestleMania 40. Jackie Redmond, Kayla Braxton, and the cast of WWE's new show, Spirit Squad Babies, I don't know who those people are, unveiled the XL stage with all the Cody Pyro featuring, appropriately, massive X and L letters on either side of the entrance. Both WWE and John Cena have been teasing a John Cena return for the show, with Cena saying in interviews he's free that day, and WWE using his image as a reported Easter egg in the background of the Rock Cody beatdown angle on Raw. Now PW Insider is reporting he is expected to be in town, but he won't be able to do any major physicality for the whole year due to his filming schedule. Both Rhea Ripley and Drew McIntyre will reportedly be getting special entrances on the show, and several interesting names have been spotted in Philadelphia for the weekend, like former Stardom champion Julia, who's rumored to be WWE bound, former Stardom head Rossi Ogawa, currently out injured Braun Strowman, and Taylor Swift's boyfriend Jason Kelce, who's apparently also an ex-football player. Sports. When PW Insider asked their sources about Kelce being in town, they were apparently given this response. I'm going to read this with my finger here to get across its cheekiness. I can't tell you that, but if he was, you'd think we'd book him to do something physical in the stadium he called home, right? WrestleMania feels even more, dare I say, magical than usual, because the once intimidating walls around WWE have been slowly brought down. At Thursday's GCW Bloodsport show, an indie event that WWE would historically have nothing to do with, Shayna Baszler beat TNA's Masha Slamovich by kicking her in the head, with Zoe Stark in her corner, and replacing injured former but kinda back AEW star Anthony Henry, more on that in a bit. NXT's Charlie Dempsey beat Matt Makowski. The show was main evented by Josh Barnett beating AEW star Johnny TV, who was called Johnny Bloodsport for the occasion. And it wasn't just on screen that had wrestlers from AEW, WWE, TNA and Japan all together on. Backstage brought such mind-jarring photos like Natalya hugging Minoru Suzuki and CM Punk, Braun Strowman, Nia Jax and WWE President Nick Khan watching from the production area. The same day, Drew McIntyre posted a picture working out with AEW star Brian Cage. Just 2 years ago, I would never have thought this could be happening. It should be Tony Khan hanging out at the indie shows, AEW wrestlers who are getting to wrestle in fun places to help raise the overall scene. But it's WWE, and it comes amidst one of AEW's worst weeks, well, since last summer. Wednesday's viewership for AEW Dynamite was scarcely better than last week's, which was already the lowest it's been in years, pulling in 752,000 viewers with a .23 18-49 demo rating. For context, that's not far off the same week's .2 demo rating for NXT, although that got significantly lower overall viewership at 641,000. Despite adding Okada, Ospreay and Monet to their roster, and in my opinion, having their best run of television since early 2022, mainly around the Swerve Joe Hangman storyline, AEW Dynamite has found its viewership stall at a low level. It comes at the worst possible time for the promotion's long-term future. As Tony Khan has revealed, AEW's exclusive negotiating window for a new TV deal with Warner Bros. Discovery expires soon. Ideally, you'd want as strong a ratings as possible to leverage more money from that deal. For more context though, even at these low figures, AEW is still very valuable programming, as it frequently positions highly in overall rankings. It's just a lot of the AEW business plan appears to be based on getting a significant increase in their next TV deal. Wednesday's episode opened on a divisive rah-rah speech from Adam Copeland, preaching positivity in wrestling, which is widely thought to be in response to CM Punk's shoot interview with Ariel Helwani on Monday. Khan himself was asked about Punk's comments on the Ring of Honor media call yesterday, but he declined to comment. He should have also declined to comment, or at least give non-controversial answers, on a few other things too, as he started talking about AEW's recent batch of talent releases. AEW always position themselves as a promotion where if you have a contract, you don't have to worry about losing your job out of nowhere in the middle of its term. That's a WWE thing. If you're signed for 3 years, you're signed for 3 years. Tony is a man of his word, and they stuck for that for their 5-year history. The only time talent ever left AEW was either being fired due to cause or when their contracts expired. That changed on Monday when the promotion released 10 names, mostly from their Ring of Honor brand. Khan explained the reasoning behind the sudden shift in philosophy on the media call, saying this isn't budget cuts, it's actually budget expansion. He's going to spend even more money on top free agents like Ospreay, Okada, and Monet this year. For instance, Becky Lynch, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus all reportedly might be up for grabs imminently. And to do so, he needs a war chest of funds. War chest! Which is why the cuts were made. Apart from the boys. Rather than not address the specific reasonings for each talent release, Khan revealed why the boys, twin wrestlers Brandon and Brent Tate, the long-running backdrop for Dalton Castle, were let go. They didn't show up for work on more than one occasion, and it's not acceptable. I think the whole locker room knew about it, and you can't do that. And that's it. And that's why I had to make a tough call, which made the boys reply on X, "Far from true, stay tuned," and "Oh, it's like that, stand by." Get me Ariel Helwani. The most controversial of the releases, however, was Anthony Henry, who was currently out injured with a broken jaw. Even Vince McMahon's WWE would rarely cut wrestlers who were on the shelf. And now Khan appears to have backpedaled on his decision to release him. Anytime anybody gets injured in AEW or Ring of Honor, I feel responsible. And when it happens on the independents, it's a challenging grey area. I've had a little bit of time to reflect and think about it. Anthony's gonna be healing up soon, and I've thought about it, and Anthony's gonna come back to AEW and ROH when he's cleared, which is gonna be pretty soon. To warm up for WrestleMania weekend, watch my documentary on The Rock and Triple H's crazily mirrored careers and their real-life feud. Here's a clip. The King of Kings and the most electric man in sports entertainment, The Game, and the People's Champion, Paul and Dwayne. Hi, I'm Oli Davis, and I've made 3 videos now on the power dynamics behind the scenes in WWE. There's the rise of the Bloodline Dynasty.